You are now tuned into the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. Syndicated worldwide to bring real black radio back to the masses.
All right, y'all, 1 2 1 2. What's going on? You're now in tune to the syndicated worldwide FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah since 1998. Whether it's on your FM dial, internet radio station, podcast, or website, bringing you some of the best of what we call 21st century black radio. A diverse mix of old school and new school music, as well as news, commentary, and interviews. You got myself, DJ Fusion, on the side. You got my brother Jon Judah. What's going on, bro?
Yes, indeed, whole we all wide world back again. The Nappy Grand, aka Wolfman Black. What's the deal? Of course, FuseBox is all that. Whole big shout out to all the soldiers and all the sisters. Big shout out to everybody. We love you all. Of course, U.S., Africa, South America, Europe, Asia. We're going to do it up, of course, FuseBox style. DJ Fusion's in the house, of course. J. Judah, a.k.a. Mighty Joe Young, a.k.a. your mammy's Get Off Boy. We're going to show you where the real McCoy. What's the deal, Fuse? Oh!
Doing all right. Glad to be here another week. Glad to be dug out of the snow in the D.C. Metro and the overall northeast coast area and whatnot. That was kind of a mess last week. So, we're glad to have Judah back here since, he got stuck in the ill snow. So
Snowing, my children.
So he couldn't make it into the studio. But, we got an ill Jon Judah set jumping off. We got a special old school hip hop interview jumping off this week with Money B of Digital Underground. Shout out to that brother. He's doing his thing real major and real heavy on a lot of levels.
Big shout out to Oaktown. What's the deal?
No doubt. As well as a new Black Agenda Report segment, as well as also a Direct Effects segment. So shout out to Glenn Ford and Lamar Blackman, respectively, of both organizations.
Alright.
And, as always, we have to thank all of our broadcast affiliates. We appreciate y'all spreading the word about what we do here at the FuseBox Radio. Definitely check out the updated list of all of those folks, either at our official MySpace at myspace.com/FuseBoxRadio, FUSEBOX RADIO, or over at our official blog site at blackradioisback.com. We got a lot of article updates that are going to be jumping off on there within this week, so definitely check that out. Fell a little behind since we got a lot of projects going on that folks will definitely be in tune with and be in touch with very, 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 very soon. You can also, for all those people who want to be in touch with the FuseBox, besides either accessing the show weekly through one of our broadcast partners or through our podcast site, fuseboxradio.podomatic.com, or grabbing the podcast via iTunes, Zune, etc., you can also go and hit us up on a lot of the social networks working sites. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, as we said, MySpace, YouTube, Foursquare, which I still got to get that account set up fully, but we're on Foursquare. Pretty much all those joints /FuseBox Radio. So Twitter.com/FuseBox Radio, Facebook.com/FuseBox Radio, etc., etc. Folks try to interact with everybody who reaches out as much as we can, and through all of our websites as well, for those music artists who are interested in having their music considered for a broadcast airplay for the FuseBox Radio. Our information is on there and ready to go. Clean versions only, because you want to be able to hit up the youth as well as the older heads. So, send in those clean versions, or your version had to be extremely to the 20th power dope for one of us to sit down and edit out that joint. So, send in the hot joints for consideration. Both myself and Judah go through those every week. We're literally a 2-person, very intimate staff, and, your joint is flames, you'll eventually get on. So exercise some patience, because besides this radio show, we do other stuff too. So, you come kind of funny style, guess what? I don't got time for internet bites of funny style type of business. I don't got that time for that in real life. So, you do it on the net. I don't know, you kind of corny, but anyway.
I don't know. I remember hip hop from the 80s. So I remember the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? You ain't representing gonna be on the blueprint, you probably get ignored, so don't come up with an attitude. You understand?
Indeedy, but very, very true. And also, as always, shout out to our folks who we do stuff with on the written end, the Oh Hell No blog. Mixtape Mondays will be jumping off the following Monday we had that off for President's Day, and the Indecent Exposure article series highlighting a whole bunch of indie artists from a whole bunch of music genres over with my fam over at Planet Ill. Shouts out to Sloss and all of them over at the OHN crew, and shouts out to O'Diesel and all the other fellow writing crew over at planetill.com. And let me see here, trying to think about certain stuff commentary wise. Things are all over the place. I don't know if we did it beforehand, but shouts out to the Saints Super Bowl win for our U.S. football fans. Shouts out to everybody who's doing their thing right now over at the Winter Olympics in Vancouver, Canada. Saw the opening ceremonies. They were kind of bugged out, but it was cool. You know, Canada showed who they were, and it's kind of interesting. You know, it's all good. Big up to them, and you know, all the things they've been setting up. And to the young man who died over at the luge practice earlier, definitely condolences to him and his family. I cannot pronounce his name, so I don't want to mess up the brother thing. People can search that out and everything in that regard.
Yeah, I saw homeboy fly out there and wrap around that pole. I know he was done. That's why it's always been a dangerous sport, you know what I'm saying? But I think people kind of like the high of it, of getting involved in that. I want to say briefly, big shout out to Denzel Washington. Book of Eli is the joint. I was hooked before it became like, we'll save the ancient writings of the Hebrews. I was hooked before then. Like when they came at him, you know what I'm saying? Like he was on some old like self-defense thing. First 5, 10, 15 minutes, I was like, this is the joint. Definitely check out Book of Eli. Outside of Malcolm X, Hurricane Carter, maybe one or two others, this is up there for me.
No doubt. I definitely dug Book of Eli too, just as an overall movie. And I had to give props to whoever wrote the script, because they fit everything in well, because in somebody else's hands it could have been real corny. We got to keep it 101%, because you had an action flick that tied in spirituality type of stuff, that tied in a big old literacy PSA and other type of thing. I'm not really giving away no plot when I'm saying these type of things for people who haven't seen the movie yet. You know, I just said on Twitter, this is the best action / spirituality / literacy PSA / black people action movie ever, that tied it all together and, you know, made it well.
Briefly, the character who played opposite him, this white dude, I think he's been in a lot of movies. I think he was in Planet Apes. Excellent performance. That white dude nailed it. When you see the guy with the glasses who played opposite Denzel, excellent performance. I was laughing because I was touched by like the uniqueness and the realness that both them jokers. They had some character actors in there. It was a good flick.
True indeedy, true indeedy. And since we're on the entertainment end, people have seen my brief opinion about it on Twitter, but I'm going to say something briefly here. We know that the We Are the World 25 remake is supposed to have benefits towards various organizations for the rebuilding process in Haiti. I appreciate very highly the people who took out their time to do it for that particular purpose. That being said, it's not the hottest thing musically. It's not as terrible as some people had me think to believe beforehand. But, you know, to keep it 101%, the original We Are the World wasn't exactly the most hardcore track in the world either. You know, it was another track for a good cause for Africa, which is kind of scary for me to be like, damn, this generator doesn't even remember when that joint went down. I was young when it went down anyway, hit to 25 or whatever. But, you know, I don't know, I feel kind of funny to see how some people went about attacking. Like, I went on some hipster music blogs. Their main thing they were mad at was that there was hip-hop involved, period. You know, never mind certain parts of musicality where I'm like, look, you know, no offense to these people. I'm like, you got T-Pain has lead vocal and Gladys Knight is in the choir. Who the hell made that decision? But, you know, I guess on certain levels they want to have a younger generation be able to identify people they're used to seeing all the time. So I understand with the video they had certain people get the FaceTime and the lead joints or whatever, because back in the day, you know, they had Dan Aykroyd in there. And, you know, they had Vince Vaughn up in there now. You two cats, you're like, you know, as the web says, WTF, why are they up in there? You know what I'm saying? These cats don't seem worth a damn. But, you know, it is what it is. My main beef with it musically were, as I said, like some people who they chose for lead vocals. I'm like, you got a pussycat doll up in there. What the hell is that about? You know what I'm saying? You got 3 cats singing an auto-tune on the piece. Personally, I'm indifferent about the hip-hop verse. I don't think it was terrible for what it was. I mean, if y'all expect, some Wu-Tang abstract lyricism up in that piece, you already disappointed yourself from the gate. But it wasn't corny either. I just feel like it was there in my personal viewpoint. I saw a lot of good singers in the choir, but again, the lead, whoever chose the lead, I'm like, dude, this shouldn't have been all about TV time. You know what I'm saying? Like with Celine Dion, I mean, she can sing. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of her work, but she can sing. When she comes off more soulful than some of the other folks who sing, besides like Jennifer Hudson and some other people, it's like, this is kind of whatever. Things being for a good cause does not necessarily mean they cannot be above reproach. So as I said, I don't think it's terrible. Personally, I would give it a C as a straight up type of song. But if that's the way people want to go and buy stuff and donate, more power to everybody who got together and got involved. And so I'm gonna put it that way. You can go do a quick search on the net. The video is all over the place. A whole bunch of different commentary is all over the place. So it's not a musical death sentence, but people were acting like it's the most amazing thing since sliced bread. I also had to look at the fact that if you feel that way about that song, this shows how far music has slipped. Bottom line, in terms of how people look at stuff in this country, that just was not the hottest thing on earth. That's all I gotta say on that.
Well, I'm glad that they made it, and hopefully money that they make from it will go to Haitian relief, and that'll be a good thing. I do not like the new version, but it's for that purpose, and sometimes it's a purpose more than anything else. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to help people, and in the end of the day, all we can do is just go from there. Big up to the people who had sincerity in their hearts when they did it.
Oh, no doubt, because that was my last other little beef on there. There were some people who weren't sincere at all. There were some really grandstanding people up in that video, and that annoyed the hell out of me. Like, look, it's not about you. Okay, you're in this, but it's not about you. So, like this is like a regular, little music video, and you can be like, and do all these crazy facial expressions and all that type of jazz. It's like, are you serious? Ew, you know what I'm saying? Come on, just do your thing and keep it moving. If you're already supposedly a star, why are you being all extra on this joint? That's kind of cheeseball and whack. But that is my miniaturized commentary on that for people who aren't on our Twitter joint or whatever. And with Haiti, as always, we're definitely Doctors Without Borders, good organization, International Rescue Committee. Yellow Haiti has not messed up. Yeah, so I'll still give them their dues. And you can search for a whole bunch of other different organizations who are doing their thing to the direct assistance in Haiti, because that's what I'm looking at right now, since at this juncture we're in the rebuilding process. A whole lot of funny style business is going to happen. So us as an independent media outlet, as well as a whole bunch of others, gonna definitely have to look out and keep on folks' toes, because as we've seen with this thing where people are trying to take these kids out the country illegally or whatever, a lot of stuff's gonna happen on that level to the governmental level. Because there are a lot of people who are already trying to play power positions there with different military people there for more reasons than just assistance and other types of deals. So,
I just wanted to kind of say something. There's a lot of ignorant Negroes that's talking about how voodoo helped the New Orleans Saints. Voodoo didn't help the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints helped themselves. And they had the strength and the will to want to do something for Louisiana and New Orleans, who have never seen that before. I heard ignorant Negroes on the radio and off talking about, what was the voodoo factor? Okay, then why don't they use the voodoo factor on racist crackers? Because it don't work. It only work on other Negroes. You see what I'm saying? So the Saints didn't need voodoo. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure the white boys on there wasn't using no voodoo either. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say, I heard somebody say, oh, the voodoo. Yeah, right. The voodoo helped them. Whatever. That ain't, voodoo had nothing to do with that. Anyway.
No doubt. And one thing too, for all my people who celebrate Carnival and all that good stuff, hope y'all have a good one, whichever country that you're in and stuff. And one interesting joint I've noticed with Carnival, I was reading this article earlier this week. They have, in one of the surrounding areas of Rio de Janeiro, one of the government folks has banned Brazilian hip-hop from being played, to the point where you could go ahead and get yourself I think it's like a 6-month prison sentence if you do it. Because it's you can face up to 6 months in jail. You play Brazilian rap or funk music at the street parties because they say the style promote violence and vulgarity. I found that to be very interesting, or whatever, on multiple levels. Whether it's a freedom of speech thing, whether it's a thing where the youth express themselves, and what have you. Beside the fact that even now, even though here in the States we're kind of used to hearing some of the more watered down stuff in the mainstream population in regards to hip hop and rap music, it does enough to still provoke making folks mad nervous in other countries. So I just thought that was a very interesting note. The town here that has done it, I'm just trying to pull out the notes and everything on that here, because I just ended up doing it right. Sao Lourenço, city north of Rio de Janeiro. So it's not even folks saying that, hey, don't rob, don't bug out or whatever. They're like, the music is supposed to provoke that. So, there's probably other issues going on around that piece already. So I just thought that was interesting. Judah?
Yeah, I'm glad Fusion said that, because it kind of gave me a reminder of something I saw either on VH1 or BET about the about Soul Train, about the history of Soul Train and Don Cornelius. I had just recently saw that, and Don Cornelius was not feeling hip hop in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And hip hop came to Don Cornelius said in the face of Curtis Blow. This was the 80s when these cats weren't religious or, were still, youthful. Curtis Blow's a preacher now. God bless him. But he said to KB in his face, I don't understand it. It don't make no sense to me. K was devastated by that. But I just, not to put his name into it, but what the point I'm making is that hip hop was never accepted by black media in the beginning, only in New York. So when people talk about this New York thing, New York radio and New York people were the only ones who were accepting it. Go someplace and talk to somebody who's 60 and like, let's say the Midwest or down south, and ask them they like hip hop. Go to New York and ask somebody who's 60. More than likely they like hip hop. You see what I'm saying? But I just thought it was very interesting that, because I think New York disco and hip hop to Soul Train was interpreted as New York things. You see what I'm saying? So there was an apprehension to poor black New Yorkers doing anything, especially something that was new. You know what I'm saying? Which is very interesting. I thought that was very interesting, because you hear some of these people talk about hip hop helped destroy. Well, hip hop didn't destroy northern New Jersey. Hip hop didn't destroy Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Southern Connecticut. Hip hop didn't do that to them places. Drugs and corrupt cops and corrupt politics and racism did that. And black people not doing what they should do for themselves. Hip hop ain't have nothing to do with that. But I thought it was very interesting, because it went to show me the divinity, the greatness of hip hop. All these cats on high horses. Oh, it ain't nothing. But hip hop came to outpace it. I grew up in the tri-state area, and that's one area that I've been in where the poor cats, you cannot underestimate them. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do it. And they created hip hop. Of course, hip hop took elements from other art forms, but it sprung in NY. You know what I'm saying? This is not about an NY New York thing. But I just thought it was very interesting because they rejected it, and I thought part of that rejection was because it was from New York. You know what I'm saying? As if New York blacks did anything to anybody else. At least cats who weren't in the drug trade didn't do anything to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And cats who maybe went to other states, hustled and got it on, took people's women and sold on their corners. You can't paint all New Yorkers with that. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to mention that, and how media black media ignored hip-hop in the very beginning, and black media, in some ways, half of its revenue is related to hip-hop now. You know what I'm saying? But hey, like I said before, God so loved the world, he gave hip-hop to poor New Yorkers and Puerto Ricans, and that's why we all have something to bump on other than funk music. And for them to hit, this is in Brazil, they would get rap and funk. You know what I'm saying? Those are core Negro American art forms. But hey, you ain't gonna be able to escape. You ain't gonna be able to escape rhythm and blues. And if you ain't gonna be able to escape rhythm and blues, you're not gonna be able to escape hip hop.
Alright, no doubt. And two last little quick notes. Shouts out to Slash. He has, for my rock heads, he's gonna have an album dropping later this year. Guitarist for Guns N' Roses, has done numerous guest spots on 90 million people's joints. And beside the fact I like rock music, I like all types of music anyway. If people have seen the Blacklist or other type of thing, Slash is black, yes. So we had to give ups to him and everything for that and whatnot. So I want to shout out to my rock heads. And one last quick thing I know that was interesting before we get into the music and the interview with Money B is that there was a study that was done that showed the increase in online journalists, freelancers, and other independent media has made the press more vulnerable to repression, but also has helped raise awareness about such things going on. So, in other words, the more types of outlets there are, the more it's making certain establishments nervous or whatever. I personally find that kind of dope. The internet is the new printing press. So for everybody who can get a blog out, get a podcast out, whatever, you can go through all different types of ideas. And one thing, as a real big advocate of freedom of speech and artistic expression is, and I'll tell anybody this all the time, I don't gotta like any damn thing you do, but I support your right to say and put stuff out there. And that also means that you had to do the same for me. We don't gotta like each other at all. We don't gotta deal with each other, all other types of deals. But if you feel your stuff is so out there and right, you don't gotta worry about my little voice saying something or being concerned. So folks gotta let that stuff go. If there could be a Tea Party, there could be a Green Party. You know what I'm saying? If there could be Democrats, there could be Republicans. If there can, be black radicals, there could be sellouts, etc., etc. I don't really care, but I'm going to do whatever the hell I can do to say what I'm going to say. So I had just thought that was cool. That was a study done by the New York Committee to Protect Journalists, the CPJ. Where it said, blogs, social networking sites, and other forums and new media have also fighting censorship, have also helped fight things like censorship and, raise awareness and stuff, whether it's an email alert, Facebook petitions, tweets, which we've noticed on an international basis, especially with the situation in Iran, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So shouts out to that. And yeah, I'm cramming in a lot of stuff because I haven't had Judah in here for a while, and last week we were just kind of going here, there, and everywhere. And lastly, I know some people are going to be like, well, Fusion, why didn't you mention the thing with John Mayer? Look, black people have bigger things to be concerned about than some overrated white boy guitarist who thinks he can play blues, as far as I'm concerned. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about that in regard to the Playboy interview, where, folks would say he wasn't really, feeling getting with, black chicks. He thought he had a hood pass, etc., etc. Y'all can find that nonsense on the web or any other gossip blog and all of that. He's not the first white person of privilege who, because he was around a bunch of watered down black people, or folks who didn't really have one particular hardcore stance on one thing or the other, thought it was all good. He could say what he wanted to say. Do I believe he's a racist? Not really. I just believe he's a stupid dude. If people even remotely hit up gossip blogs like I do occasionally, dude always likes saying outlandish shit and, stuff, and thinking that he is, witty and this, that, and the third. I thought he was pretty much doing the same thing there. As a black woman, quite frankly, I don't need some white boy validating my sexuality or making me feel that I could be accepted in one place or the other. I was more upset at black chicks who are mad about him saying that. If you look at any of these sites, this dude who went out with Jennifer Aniston and a whole bunch of other white women, which is, it's fine and dandy. I really don't care who they to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if you look at stuff like that, duh, he ain't. he certainly ain't out with no black woman or no woman of color publicly or whatever. That's obvious. So what's the surprise? What's new? I mean, sometimes folks got to get their priorities straight. Black folks have way more to worry about than freaking John Mayer. I'm going on Twitter during the day and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I'm seeing all this stuff just end the third, and it's like, for who? Let's get on some other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I gossip and bug out and do everything else too, but I'm like, people got their arms up about this, and how much other crazy nonsense is going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's detract that through. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's screaming about Jay-Z being Illuminati. If he is, who cares? Let's detract that stuff somewhere else. I mean, if he is, what are people going to do about it, really? If folks aren't going to try to convert that Negro, then I don't know. What's the point? Personally, if you don't like Illuminati, Satans, or whatever, don't buy that dude's stuff. How hard is that? Don't call this dude ho. I mean, what the hell? The alliteration of God type of thing. No wonder why dude's ego was mad big. You got people, on his collective privates about various stuff. And, all over types of business. But, I just had to throw that mayor thing out there, because I know somebody was going to get at me about that. I had a few people ask me if I was going to mention it on this week's show. So, whatever. Anyway, let's get back into the real DJ Fusion, new mix, some old school, some new school. Jon Judah mix, some old school, some new school. Little surprise he got for the people, so stay tuned. And of course, Money B of Digital Underground had a really dope interview with him. And we had a lot of stuff going on his businesses, soloing. We had some good talks about stuff from back in the day, how folks feel about hip hop now, etc. And Black Agenda Report and Direct Effects. So we're jumping really hardcore on this week's FuseBox Radio. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned, alright? 21st Century Black Radio, syndicated FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah. Peace.
Here's my children, ladies, soldiers.
Niggas wanna shine, but the rhyme done, taking out imposters. Proper with the statistics, practice good posture. Nada, liquor sipper, drug transactor, rapper turned actor, nor be a lyrical slacker. Rapper for today's you, check the attribute. Name Sensei, AOF, make the group, scoop these. Ransack tracks like jewel thieves. Break it down to the matter, cause the chatter's on squeeze. And judge, we represent and take offense at all the nonsense. Here to resurrect like common sense. We rhyming fresh, nonetheless. Don't stress the messages. Bounce it to the beat like big presses. After this rap skit, kids go back and practice. Lacking this lyrical tactics when they match with who the catfish over the boom bips. Ripping over the music when I use it. Just before I black out and I lose it. Able to stable a turntable. Raping record labels for papers. Press record tapers. You know the time when we rock the spot. Artifacts, New Jerusalem, catch wreck and get the props. You know the time when we rock the shit. Tame one and MCL, we be the ultimate. Yeah, you know the time when we rock the spot. Artifacts, New Jerusalem, catch wreck and get the props. You know the time when we rock the shit. Tame one and MCL, we be the ultimate. Yeah, the fly style terrorists, blitz the fits. Different vocals for the locals, tricks for the remix. Pick notes, quote, still fresh when ass broke. Pass go. When I move, rap you with my lasso. Flow, professional, casual, on point. New Jersey, singing with that's natural. Put words into patterns, scheme plans for any man who think he know the time and his rhyme don't stink. We be the ultimate. Ultimate what? Plus, lyrical performance making sense a must. Bust back with compositions, paragraphs on your phonograph. As is, producer credit under showbiz. That's them blend, lick shot, moving with strategical, lethal, rhyme style, considered unbelievable. You know the time when we rock the spot. Artifacts, New Jerusalem, catch wreck and get the props. You know the time when we rock the shit. Tame one and MCL, we be the ultimate. Yeah, you know the time when we rock the spot. Artifacts, New Jerusalem, catch wreck and get the props. You know the time when we rock the shit. Tame one and MCL, we be the ultimate. Picture this like it's It's a cinema flick. We in the midst of taking over this. Half of you crabs don't even notice this. Scope this. We know the risk and still take it. We could make it. We've already been the underrated. If I shine, I shine. If I brick, I just brick. If you diss, we can take it to the curb like dog ish. I'm not in it for the gimmicks, satisfying critics. I just want my own like the Hasidics. Mine on the sidelines, MC's Hail Mary. But I'll be in the box kicking my commentary. Quick to bury MC crews who lose my circumference and hit him with the spit I roll my blunts with. It be the ultimate. The dumb shit, she run it, half blunted. A crazy drunk of the 800.
You know the time when we rock the spot. Artifacts, New Jerusalem, catch wreck and get the props. You know the time when we rock the shit. Tame one and MCL, we be the ultimate. Yeah, you know the time when we rock the spot. Artifacts, New Jerusalem, catch wreck and get the props. You know the time when we rock the shit. Tame one and MCL, we be the ultimate. Yeah. The ultimate.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
This ain't the common cold. Nah. This ain't the flu. Sick. It's the cure. Yeah, I said fake love turn to beef. Beef become a bad business move. Swallow your pride, no spoon. Looking at your image, perception is everything. Respect, sing, sing. The cartel, Medellin. Pride is a monster, hiding in your closet. Boo, the boogeyman, you scared, come up off it. Blame it on the game, be loved by the haters. Die for your marketing, it costs to be a gangster. Tattooed tears, I ain't talking about the rapper ones. All my shit in shoot, I ain't talking about the rapper guns. Look around, now and see competition. You can't fool me, you ain't no musician. My angle is Chris Angel, my aim is David Blaine, Houdini, magician. Cash rules, my pockets all creamy. Champagne Willie, rub the bottle like a genie. Lamborghini fast, trap paper like a genie. Dyson, my life got a fight like Mike Tyson. My plight like Dr. Eric Dyson. My sight like the zeitgeist, frightening, enlightening. I just came to confirm, perhaps reaffirm, under no certain terms, the treason be permitted. Burn them like a pyre, I could've said fire, but I'm way too fire. It's Willie, I'm too slick for that simple issue. I'm appalled, taking it back like taking a nap, but I ain't never sleeping, I ain't never weak. I'm more like the weekend. Seconds is the future look bleak then. Party like a weekend, work like a weekday. Think like I'm Avon, shoot like I'm Weebay. Both like I'm Marlo, the boat or the carload. Scan like a barcode, bars like a barcode. Seconds can't up with the...
It's like the score to the movie. Yeah, except for this ain't a movie.
You are now listening.
I hear sirens in the distance. Up the block I hear gunshots, cussing and whatnot. What the... From Gabu with a nostrum, something to the indictment. You hear the sound, see the flash like thunder and lightning. Tears drop like rain. The block stay on fire like the pavement on a hot day. It's Friday, beginning of the weekend, late night. We out here, slinging while you sleeping. Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans and Haitians, man, it's all the same ish. We came on the slave shit, we trapped in the trap, 2009. No matter the year, we stay on the grind. Calling ourselves bossing up, but we still in the field like Jeter. Look, after Steinbrenner, my mind clearer. I see the game for what it is. It's more than life than chasing paper, ducking these fucking pigs. These my ain't even on our level. Yeah, speaking of the devil.
Nose flash, born the clash, top story headline, modern days and times. Top story headline, modern days. They say the G for the job took a handsome bribe. Now it's picture everywhere and he hard to find. Super prime on the grind and I'm on the times. You can gain the whole world and just lose your mind. And youngin', you can hug the block but it don't hug back. When it do with a squeeze to your spine go snap. Light feet chase paper till they lungs just collapse. Ain't no freedom at the trap, it's as simple as that. Play a hater, no mind cause they don't matter. And wild whip slaves, you can just kill masters. Slaves getting brave to guard masters' interest. Then they too can feel it when I snap the clip and rap. It's not a threat, that's an oath. Get well and catch yell, shop open, get a dose. It's New York hours, baby, we never close. And however the banks go, my balance don't broke. This smoke, nose flash, born the clash, top story headline, modern days and times. Top story headline on the day.
So let me tell you about America, the plantation. It's about to burn like terror did. And going with the wind, that's why they going in. They know the end is near. Israel is about to disappear. Man, listen here, you better get prepared. They going all out. They prepared to bring the nukes out and take us all out with the fallout. Until then, they got the dogs out sniffing for felonies. From here to Tel Aviv, across the 7 seas. They start a new world order. Fam, I'd rather drink my own urine than drink this New York water, cause that's suicide. Don't tell them what it's doing to your insides. They got me salty like the Mickey D's French fries. They got your pressure high and pressure bust pipes. We all screwed and I ain't talking about I love life, but through it all I still love life. I'm still optimistic, trying not to be a statistic. America,
nose flash, born the clash. Top story headline, modern days and times. Top story headline, modern days.
Yo, you now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion, and it's gonna be something real crazy going on, cause Mr. Fab is in the building, and when I'm in here, you never know what's gonna go down.
Who walks in a room and fills the room with perfume? She leaves, it seems much too soon. Who uses the moonlight to highlight her features? What a beautiful creature, it's a pleasure to meet you, girl. Tell me who can help you grow and change your clothes, who can take your bank account and add some more, and make you propose. She's got your nose open, open the door for her. That's what she deserves. Her. I'm better with her. Indescribable the feeling, but undeniable the feeling I got for her. Her and only her. Every day you get crazier, amazing her, a baby her. I wanna be without her. H-E-R, it's got to be her. The way my hands fit over her curves, it's perfect like a hand fits in the glove. It's love. I don't wanna be without her. How can someone smile take you away from the days in your mind on replay? And this ain't no movie, you move me, my darling. Your number on my cell, I'm excited you called. Oh, how could someone know just how you feel? Like a better man, I swear the sex appeal. Bringing the man about your boy toy. This ain't no game, all I'm trying to say, it's all about her. I'm better with her. Indescribable the feeling, but undeniable the feelings I got for her. Her and only her. Every day you get crazier, amazing her, a baby her. Wanna be without her. How can I say it? Too hard to describe it. So what can I call it? Must be heaven sent. Wings on her back, he cracked open the sky and he let the sun shine. Now she's mine, all mine. Cause I need her. Ooh, and she's made for me, yeah. I got me a keeper. Don't know how she do it, it's just her. I'm better with her. Indescribable the feelings, undeniable the feeling I got for her. Her and only her. Every day you get crazier, amazing her, a baby her. Wanna be without her. H-E-R, it's got to be her. The way my hands fit over her curves, it's perfect like a hand fits in the glove. It's love. I don't wanna be without her. Just her. With her.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
DJ Fusion.
You had incredible eyes, and all them boys would go wild for you. But I was scared in case you made me do those things. Oh, would Just when you shook off that regret, around the corner comes a memory in a fur coat to talk about it. And all my life, she said it's not right. Nobody told me I could do something. Nobody told me I could be something. Yeah, I have tried. She said it's alright. Nobody told me I could do something. Nobody told me I could be something. Many words that have been spoken caught me out like paper and dolls. Made me into something different, something I could not dissolve. So far over, don't let the words control you. All my life, she said it's not right. Nobody told me I could do something. Nobody told me I could be something. Yeah, I have tried. She said it's alright. Nobody told me I could do something. Nobody told me I could be something.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
Yeah, the doctor don't know, but New York was killing me. Bunch of doctors come around, they don't know that New York is killing me. Yeah, well, I need to go home and take it slow down in Jackson, Tennessee. Let me tell you, city living ain't all it is cracked up to be. Fast city living ain't all it is cracked up to be. Yeah, see, I need to go home and slow down in Jackson, Tennessee. Yes, I lay down and stop to try to take it on in. Yeah, lay down and try to take it on in. Yeah, they got 8 million people and I didn't have a single friend. Don't you know, New York was killing me. Yes, I was standing there and dying, and New York was killing me. Seemed like I need to start over and go back home in Jackson, Tennessee. Lord have mercy, mercy on me. Yeah, Lord have mercy on me. Tell them to bury my body back home in Jackson, Tennessee. Need to be back home. Need to be back home, yeah. Born in Chicago, but I go home, Tennessee. Yeah, I'm born in Chicago, but
What's the deal? It's MC Light. You're checking out the FuseBox, bringing the best of hip hop and R&B from all over.
When I hear a good song, feel alive, and it helps me carry on with the mundane. System of 9 to 5, living snake bitten by the truth, pitch black until the sun came. Out for a day or two, trying to cool you down now. Watch how I spray at you, not trying to play with you. Rock on my day as you, not need to understand. I'm trying to break the lock, but not play the fool. Everybody don't love the sunshine, and mama don't love the gun crime, so blame it on little old me. Destined to hold a room with no key. Going loopy-loo if I don't take steps to get out my zoo, cause my now won't make do. And my then is not what I would recommend as hot. Still I wanna bubble till we break through. It might take a few of mine. It might take a few of yours. It might take a few of his. It might take a few of hers. Legendary from birth to the cemetery. I can pretend to be merry, but that's not how I feel. Man-child, mandatory, and I'm feeling the way. Bright lights, big city, put your feelings away. Keep it zip-locked, running on the spot. Loving how I did it, and do it lots. And lots, leaving paint spots, probably need a mop. Sometimes I keep it simple, sometimes I'm really not inclined to for a living. No, not mine, and that's my decision. So clap for the sunrise if you really want it. I'm bound to keep you tongue-tied if you're really on it. If you're not, I understand, cause my name's not Alice and this sure isn't Wonderland, but it's definitely underhand. So excuse me if we don't talk much. It might take a few of mine. It might take a few of yours. It might take a few of his. It might take a few of hers. I'm not bringing sexy back. Rap's busy like Pepsi Max, so let me go. I broke free of the harness. I'm prepared to give it to you regardless of the status quo. So if you wanna act like chimps in a zoo, I got things to do, plus people to see, things to change. So no, I'm not gassed by people screaming my name. For the record spinning tired chain of the love of favorite rappers is strange. Somebody better come up with some fresher ideas, cause together we're dying from collective diarrhea. Somebody douse the flame. It's like we're screaming fire but the truck never came. This music used to reflect the joy and the pain, but now we're just some pets of corporate toy in the game. It might take a few of mine. It might take a few of yours. It might take a few of his. It might take a few of hers. It might take a few of mine. It might take a few of yours.
right here on the FuseBox Radio.
DJ Fusion.
Corporate media go through all manner of contortions of logic and historical gymnastics to sanitize the Tea Party phenomenon. Anything to avoid calling the people grouped under the Tea Party umbrella by their proper name, white nationalists. White nationalism is a taboo subject in most corporate circles. and even among some on the left. The continued appeal of a loud and boisterous white nationalism threatens the prevailing American mythology, shared by the likes of corporate Democrat Barack Obama and corporate Republican John McCain. The myth that racism is not endemic to American life and history. Obama made that claim in his famous and completely fatuous Philadelphia campaign speech on race. Obama denounced former friend and mentor Reverend Jeremiah Wright for expressing, in the candidate's words, a profoundly distorted view of this country, a view that sees white racism as endemic. But there it is, for all to see, alive and kicking in the 21st century, in the form of a Tea Party movement in whose mouths the phrase "Take Back America" means return to a time when the United States was a self-proclaimed white man's country. The Tea Partiers need go back no farther in time than Ronald Reagan, who completed Richard Nixon's Southern strategy by kicking off his 1980 presidential campaign with a speech in Philadelphia, Mississippi, a place made infamous by the murder of 3 civil rights workers. White nationalist support for the Republican Party is the reason the center of GOP power lies in the states of the old Confederacy. And it is the Republican Party that is most threatened by the white nationalist Tea Partiers. The GOP is, at its core, a rich man's party that relies for its mass support on people who want to vote for a white man's party. The two are not necessarily the same thing, as the white nationalists of the GOP discovered with the bipartisan Wall Street bailouts of 2008 and 2009. Anti-Wall Street sentiment runs deep in white nationalist ranks, much of it rooted in anti-Semitism, the association of bankers and Jews. Republican Party leaders have good reason to fear that the rich man's party is losing control of some of its most fervent white nationalist troops. Progressives have very different reasons to worry about the Tea Partiers. The spectacle of raging white nationalists on the march makes corporate-minded Democrats look positively leftish by comparison. But that's an illusion. African Americans are especially susceptible to calls to circle the wagons around the Obama administration in the face of racist attack. Black activist Dr. Ron Daniels made just such an appeal this week. It is a foolish, knee-jerk reaction, one that plays into the hands of the banking class and its servants in the Obama administration. Just because some neo-Confederates call President Obama racist names does not mean black folks should abandon demands on their own government for jobs, peace, and neighborhood stability. Dr. Daniels wants blacks and progressives to hold a march in support of Obama. What we need to do is organize and agitate and march in support of our people's social and economic interests. There's a big difference between the two. For Black Agenda Radio, I'm Glenn Ford. On the web, go to www.blackagendareport.com.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You are now tuned in to the FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion and Jon Judah.
You're as good as they say you are.
Syndicated worldwide to bring real black radio back to the masses.
We'll never disappear. We'll never disappear.
Hard work to protect it, gotta respect it. That we be here for a second. Got on I ride one day. Since then we never left. Success gotta be this way. Hard work to protect it, gotta respect it. That we be here for a second. Got on I ride one day. Since then we never left. Success gotta be this way.
Word to my
ops, I sing my law. Y'all don't even wonder what the squad. You the opposite if you don't like God. I ain't fucking with y'all. All you do is sit around and get charged. You don't talk about nothing in your bars. Homie, you a fraud. Act tough, but you ain't really hard. And I don't even care who you are. I'm writing classic hits. If I don't know you, I don't pass the spit. God is in the we as real as it gets. Custom made outfits. Up and up, you ain't fly like this. No ghost, no, I wrote this. No, I won't quit. To everybody I know get rich. It's powerful, you know what it is.
I done lost my rhyme book. I ain't got nothing for this. Hold up, give me a minute, I can come up with some. It done got it truly crazy what they'll do for a hit. And won't hit it like this, like this, like this, like hard work to protect it, gotta respect it. Bet we be here for a second. Got on our grind one day. Since then we never left. Success gotta be this way. Hard work to protect it, gotta respect it. Bet we be here for a second. Got on our grind one day. Since then we never left. Success gotta be this way.
Godzilla and we all the way live. I rolled the dice and they came out 2-5. This is my upbringing, the upswing of this up and up thing. Got to make in the face from here to Beijing or Belgium. Still some cats get it twisted like red rum and get it straightened out by the streets. Welcome to the Ville, the home of the real. Don't stare hard. She met me at Gladys for some drinks at the Boulevard. Can't get enough of this good love. I represent it, product of my environment. I spent some time in it. House life is splendid, I'm doing great. I handle business, miss my little sister. I ain't seen her in a minute. It's push-ups to get my weight up. Writing like every day, cause the mixtape is coming up. I put that on my mom and them. I guess you know you listening. Sheila in your stereo. Our tribe is the leaders, reminiscing a scenario.
We'll never disappear. We'll never disappear.
Hard work to protect it, gotta respect it. Bet we be here for a second. Got on our grind one day. Since then we never left. Success gotta be this way. Hard work to protect it, gotta respect it. Bet we be here for a second. Got on our grind one day. Since then we never left. Success gotta be this way. Hard work to protect it, gotta respect it. Bet we be here for a second. Got on our grind one day. Since then we never left. Success gotta be this way.
You're now listening to FuseBox Radio with DJ Fusion.
We'd like to ask now that all passengers please hold your breath as we take you through an underwater hip-hop extravaganza. Underwater rhymes. We're now descending. Underwater rhymes. We're 200 fathoms and dropping. We're at 400 fathoms. We have arrived.
Now last night, underwater, I saw a French mermaid. Treated her to caviar and wine over shrimp brain. In the raw, on the ocean floor. Need I say more? You never heard nobody kick it like this before. Pink champagne, octopus brain. Saw your DJ underwater through the window pane. That sucker tried to hit a mix, but the mix didn't happen. Records kept floating, all the fish kept laughing. A blowfish blew my mind and started to rhyme as the octopus cut 9 records at a time. Your boy said, show me how to keep my records down, but the shark ate his am. Your boy got clowned.
The rhymes he say have no particular order. Go ahead, bite his rhymes if you think that you're order.
Hold your breath, MCs, my rhymes underwater. Underwater rhymes. Underwater rhymes. Underwater rhymes. Underwater rhymes. I tried to mix a cut from a TV blooper. Got pulled by a deep sea state trooper. Told me that I didn't have the right to bite. I said your wife looks just like a fat blue grouper. Sitting in my aqua blue jail cell, didn't have my bail. I had to break out with the rhyme. Shrimp scatter on a platter. I rock like a mobster. Told an MC, yo, you look like a lobster. Qualified to wreck your mind, I get busy one time. Like fish on a dish, you're getting served with the rhyme. Kick the jam in the crowd if you need it for instance. Watch the people stop, they don't wanna miss this. I'm tweaking your speakers and I'm ain't making no sense, cause on your turns, this record burns like incense.
The rhymes he say have no particular order. Go ahead, by his rhymes if you think that you're order.
Hold your breath, MCs, my rhymes underwater.
Never learn to swim. Underwater rhymes. Never learn to swim. Underwater rhymes.
One, two, chain. 1, 2, 1, 2. They call me MC Blowfish. We gonna do a little something like this. Well, I'm a deep sea gangster, underwater prankster, kissing all the girlfish, dissing all the sangsters. Because I blew your mind and started to rhyme, doesn't mean that we're cool, cause you'll be back next time with a hook and a line, so you can hear that frying sound. I'm telling you I'm down, I'll spin your boat around, leave suckers lost in the bay. You wanna play? I'll hook your line to a stingray. Get out of here, I'll hit your boat with a stick. Get out of line, I call my homie Moby Dick. I'm not thinking about dying, fool. Stop trying to test me. People fishing don't catch me. And when you get home, sad cause you miss, just remember MC Blowfish. Ha, and you don't stop. Oh yeah, uh-oh, here comes that stupid shark again. I guess I better blow up. Oh.
Alright, y'all, 1, 2, 1, 2, what's going on? You're now in tune to the syndicated worldwide FuseBox Radio Broadcast with DJ Fusion Jon Judah. Since 1998, doing our thing on the FM dial, internet radio, websites, podcasts, and all that good thing. Bringing you what we call 21st Century Black Radio, which is the hot music mix, whether it's old school or new school, mainstream to underground, as well as some dope news commentary and interviews. And you know how we go on the interview with. We always go hard and heavy, whether it's the new cat on the block or one of our folks who've done their thing on the foundation in regards to the music that made things the way they are today. We'll put it this way, the way they are today in a positive way and whatnot. And we have the honor this week of interviewing Money B. And, you know, he's been in so many places within the past plus 20 years. I know people have run into Money B through his music. Some folks know him through Digital Underground, some know him through his solo projects, some know him through Raw Fusion. Some, you know, people who have heard various guest appearances on folk music from Tupac on down have definitely heard Money B's voice and or production. My people who watch the grown folk stuff, you know what I'm saying, know him through, you know, some TV things through that. And our internet radio heads through one of our fellow partners, SwerveRadio.com, know him from the Going Way Back show, which is also posted up at BlackRadioIsBack.com. So, you know, the brother has been everywhere, and he's taken out a little bit of time to talk to us and the audience. Peace, bro. How are you today?
I'm alright. How you guys doing?
Good. Doing great.
I said that was a great intro.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. One, you know, try the best to cover everything at one, you know, nice fell swoop and give the proper respect and everything that's due. Now, for those who may be fresh to your background, since, you know, we cover everything from the youth on upwards, can you just give folks a quick synopsis about how you got into music in general and, you know, where you're from and all that type of good thing?
Of course, you know, I'm from Oakland, California, and that's where the Digital Underground kind of burst onto the scene, 1989, 90, and that's kind of when I came into the music business, tender age of 20 years old. Our first single that we ever released was Underwater Rhymes, which was a hit overseas, like in 1988 or something, right as I was getting to school. From that, we were able to get a single deal with Tommy Boy Records, in which we released the single Too Much Like. And the deal was if it sold, I think like 50,000 copies, then we got an album deal. Of course, the single sold, it did well, and we recorded the album Sex Packet, which is probably our biggest selling album to date. Right. That album had the single Humpty Dance, which went on to the multi-platinum single, and probably an underground favorite Fruit to the Industry is another song that was featured on that album that's still being played today. That's kind of like where I started. So I come from the group Digital Underground. From there, you know, but let me back up. The whole while, Tupac Shakur, he was signed to the same label and under the same management as us. He was in a group, Strictly Dope. But, you know, they broke up, but we were producing him, and he was actually, through our management, able to come on our first big tour. And from there, he was in the group, and we recorded the same song, and that was the first time you heard Tupac Shakur. And, you know, from there, he went on to do a solo thing. Myself and DJ Fuse, who were Raw Fusion before we got Digital Underground. We went on to do solo albums, and of course, like you said, done numerous guest appearances from X-Clan, George Clinton, to Above the Law, to Rock, and a host of independent artists out of the Bay, and so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
All right, no doubt.
So that's where I started. You know, and to go even further, like I said, one of the way that we got in Digital Underground is that Shy G had Digital Underground before I was in the group. Me and Fuse were Raw Fusion, but we used to do the same talent shows in the Bay Area and Oakland, around the Bay Area. And we used to be on the same shows as Digital Underground. At the time, DJ Fuse was probably one of the best DJs, I would say, in the nation. You know, he was winning competition and he was just a dope DJ. And Shock wanted him. He wanted my DJ. And, you know, he asked Fuse to be in Digital Underground, and Fuse was like, well, you know, I'm down to work with you, but you gotta work with Money V. And, you know, at the time, Shock, he's originally from New York and Tampa. He didn't really like the way I rhymed. He thought, I sounded like Too Short, but it was because I was from Oakland. He had the same slang or whatever. He wasn't really feeling the West Coast rappers at the time. But, you know, because of Fuse, Shock was like, okay, you know, he can be down. And it kind of grew from there. You know what I mean? Once we started working together, the chemistry was there and it kind of worked out. So.
All right, no doubt. I know for some people that's information they didn't even know, so that's definitely dope to know that. From the California scene at that time, how would you describe it? Like in terms of the hip hop scene and music scene in general?
When we were coming out, it was a trip because when we came out, and it actually worked out to our advantage, I would have to say, because when we came out, the only people in the Bay Area really that were making records like on a grand scale, you know, you had Too Short, of course, was like the godfather of hip hop in Oakland. You know what I mean? That is all. Then you had MC Hammer, and you had Tony, which is R&B, but it's still, you know, it's still that flavor. You know what I mean? It was the same scene pretty much. Other than that, there were, you know, a bunch of local and independent artists. You had E40 and the Click were putting out records independently and locally, but we all had different sounds at the time. So, you know, I always tell people, when we came out, we didn't have anybody to look to for advice on how it's supposed to sound. Everything we did was just our interpretation of what we thought it should be. You know, we didn't have anybody like to go like, hey, you know, you guys did this before. What are we supposed to do? What are we doing right or wrong or whatever? We kind of just did it and kind of freestyled our career in the beginning and just did. And, you know, a lot of people feel like, that's different. We never seen that before. You guys can't do that. You're like, why not? You know what I mean? And because we didn't have anybody telling us what was right and wrong and how we were recording and, you know, and expressing ourselves, kind of just came up with this original flavor that nobody had. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely real, because even some folks, they look at some of the old Digital Underground videos right now, and, you know, even with the Raw Fusion videos and other joints, you had some stuff, you're like, wow, these folks are going someplace else. And, you know, I guess that is wonderful being able to have that spirit of creativity and, you know, just be able to do that and be able to go there. Because sometimes it feels that hip-hop kind of misses that in terms of what's in the mainstream, I should say. the independents have always done their thing.
Yeah, and we, like you said, we kind of just, we didn't know what we were doing. We just did it. You know what I'm saying? So it was a trip, but it was fun at the same time.
One thing I will say is that I definitely remember hip hop in that era, and I remember the Do What You Like when it came out, and seeing the single. Seeing the video and just picking up on the vibe. And I definitely thought y'all were on to something good, and it was different from what I was hearing at least what was going on there anywhere else. So as a brother who remembers it and was walking around or whatever, but no, I definitely think that, man, that I would agree that what I also wanted to say is also in that era there wasn't a lot of you talking about the 80s when y'all was doing that, so there wasn't a lot of so there wasn't a lot of people anywhere. Hip hop was still early then. When we were looking at it now, hip hop was still, when we look back in hindsight, I think hip hop was still early. 89, 88 was still early. And I think, you know what I'm saying? And so for y'all to have come up with that then as opposed to now, you know what I'm saying, was definitely, it meant a lot. For as far as I'm concerned, everybody who was doing anything original in that era, you know what I'm saying, it meant like, it's like De La Soul. It's like, it's like, to me, or like y'all, nobody was really doing that, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely would advise anybody who's hearing this that these cats are definitely worth, especially the Digital Underground stuff when you were with them. That's some major stuff right there, bro. And I liked it independent from my people's liking it, but yeah, definitely, I definitely want to give y'all props on that.
Yeah, that's what's happening. And you also got to remember, that was like, it was early. Hip hop was still young, and in that time, it wasn't it hadn't been taken over by the corporation. It wasn't a $1 billion business at the time.
That's right.
So, then when you made your music, it was taboo, or it was a bad thing to sound like somebody else.
Yeah.
And, EPMD, they were out. They sounded like EPMD. Slick Rick sounded like Slick Rick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you made it, you learned all that music, but you want to make sure you didn't sound anything like EPMD.
I agree.
Anything like Slick Rick. You always wanted your own style, your own flavor. Everybody sounded different. Yeah. Like I said, like even in the Bay Area, you had East 40, you had us, you had Too Short, you had Hammer, you had a couple of cats that you probably don't know, but that were doing their thing. We all would hang together. We would do the same shows and be in the same places, but we all sounded different.
Yeah.
I had our own style. Nobody wanted to sound like the next person.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's kind of like, if somebody makes a hit, everybody's rushing to get the next person that sounds like that hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it kind of changed like that.
I agree.
It's the artist's fault, ultimately, but I don't fault them totally, just, people that are just trying to get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If the label telling them, hey, make something like this, you have to say, hey, you don't want to go where they're trying to take me or whatever. I don't know, but the originality has been lost somewhat.
I agree with that.
I can feel you on that, because there's stuff that even we get here for the radio show, like some people I can't tell who's who. I know the producer more almost now than the music artist. And I think back in the day it was almost vice versa. You'd be like, okay, somebody worked with this group, but while you knew there was a similar style, it fit well with that group. It was more of an organic feel than somebody, let's say, doing the next party song or deep song or whatever else that blows up and totally doesn't fit that other artist's style at all, whether they can technically do it or if it's just naturally done. So I can definitely feel you on that sentiment, bro.
Right.
Alrighty. Now we know a lot of people know you on the MC, and I know you also have done a whole lot of stuff on the production end too. Can you tell the people some of the work you've done?
Well, for most of the Digital Underground albums, Shock produced pretty much everything. Songs here and there. Like, we had a production team where ultimately it would be Shock's lead or final decision. But I kind of actually got, some of my production skills from just being in those sessions and having my input and whatnot. DJ Fuse, who was also, my DJ and a member of Raw Fusion, same thing. I would just always be in the studio and around and just checking them out to see how they did things. So after a while, I did start producing, and I put out a solo in 2000 called Talking Baby, and I produced most of that album. But even on Tupac's the first album, Tupac Lives Now, there are 2 songs that I co-produced on it. One is Violent, and there's another song called what's it called? Stand Straight. I'm not sure if it went on his album because there's so much Tupac stuff out there now. And once he passed, I stopped listening to like those albums that were put out after he was gone. I don't know what's what, but I know we did like co-produce. I co-produced with Steve a couple of songs for Pop. I've done countless, an album for myself. A few artists. Trying to see who you would know. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with like the Bay Area hip hop scene.
Yeah, I mean, I got peoples out there. I mean, one of my people.
So I've done a lot of that, and I don't call myself so much as a producer like I can. And I would joke and tell people I make a hot beat every 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm good for one hot beat every 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I just do it. Like I can produce, but I don't. That's not really my forte. It's not what I'm into more so as everything else, which I've done everything else. You know what I'm saying? I'm managing producers, to acting, to radio, to my own label, to everything else. You know what I'm saying? I would say I'm well-rounded in hip-hop, everything. But, I've done some production, but I don't call myself like a serious producer so much.
True indeed. And speaking of the business, then, as you said, you have done a whole lot and are still doing a whole lot of things, which, definitely credit is due on that level to be able to balance the music talent as well as all other types of business talent. Now, with the TV shows, I know you did a local TV show for a period of time, and you also had the show where you and Ron Jeremy were interviewing heads, which is why I was like the grown folk in the thing, because some of our younger viewers can't watch that stuff, not at least with our permission or whatever.
I had a video production company, and we had a DVD series called Sex and the Studio, and you had to be 18 in that to check it out. Like I said, for all my freaks in the industry, we really into it. But what it was like a we called it an adult video, adult music video magazine. And basically what we would do is we would go to the wild parties in the industry. We would throw parties or shows and whatnot, and just kind of be on the scene. And it was like a lifestyle kind of thing. Just we would go and interview the artists. The thing about the interviews was that the whole interview was really geared toward sex. You know what I'm saying? And their sexuality, their sex life, and what they think about this and that. And you get the opinions, and it's kind of like a candid interview where you get a side of the artist that you won't see on 106 in Park or on, maybe your show or whatnot. They can speak and tell stories that they might not be able to tell other places. Between those segments of interviews and clips from these parties and whatnot, we would have scenes from your favorite adult stars doing what adult stars do. You understand what I'm saying? We had that version of it, but we also had like an R-rated version of it with just the interview. So we put out episode 1 and episode 2. I think episode 1 was released in 2002, and episode 2 was released in 2004. They did pretty well. We actually had a falling out with the distributor and conflict that we got tied up. We haven't done one in a while, but we still have that company. We have plans to revisit it and bring it back. So it's definitely called Sex and the Studio, A&D. Look it up. It features like you said, Ron Jeremy, India, Lacey Duvall, Obsession, Mr. Marcus are some of the adult stars, but I also had Ludacris, Bone Crusher, Too Short, Exhibit, Randy Jackson from Jackson 5, DJ Premier, Lacey Bone, Bone Thug. These all are my peers, two people that I've come up in the business with or have either toured with or I just know them personally. So when I interview people, they're pretty candid and they feel like they can open up and talk to me because it's almost like I'm letting you in on personal conversation between me and the artist. You understand what I'm saying?
Alright, true indeed. Now, one of the things that, we have people through our website, we post up your show, with the Going Way Back show. One of the things I know is, audience love the show and the music that you put on and, the folks you interview and everything. What inspired you to get into internet radio to specifically push that type of vibe out instead of going, one of these syndicated routes on one of these, big radio station syndication partners or whatever? It's more of an artistic freedom type of thing, wanting to be able to have control over things, or?
Well, it was the way I got into it, and I meant to mention it at the beginning of the interview, is that what I was telling you about, where I came from before digital, and actually at the time we were doing, or that I was joining Digital Underground, and we were just getting that thing started. I actually used to do college radio, KALX at the University of Cal Berkeley.
Okay.
It wasn't my show, but it's the same thing. I was just used to be there like an intern, and I was a personality on the show. We used to call it the Poop Troop with Davey D. I don't know if you guys know who Davey D is.
Oh yeah, that's our brother in arms over there.
Right, so it was Davey D's show, and we used to get on with Davey D and Troop, who was my manager, and we just used to, and DJ Benny B, who did ABA records that had Dilated People and all of them. Back in the day, we all be at the station and just to be on there and playing music that we love. So, fast forward to now, kind of like what I was telling you before, like a lot of music now sounds the same sometimes, and it doesn't excite me as much. So, I would make myself CDs of music that I love. I love old school hip hop. You know what I mean? And people would always ask me to make them CDs and whatnot. And I don't know how I came with the idea. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna do a show. And I started it. The first show I did, I started at swerveradio.com. And as I got more comfortable doing the show, I created my podcast. And as people heard about it and people inquired about it, I picked up more stations and whatnot. It's not I'm not purposely only doing internet radio or only doing podcasts. It's kind of like I'm doing my show, and I want as many people to hear it as can hear it. So, say if it was, Sirius, Sirius Satellite or whatever, if they asked to fund my show, I wouldn't have a problem work something out. My thing is to grow the brand of the Going Way Back show, not so much to have it only in these specific spots. You understand what I'm saying? So wherever I can place it, wherever it can be heard, then I don't have a problem with it. One thing about my show, it is a uncensored show, and so I always think about it. What if I did get an opportunity to do that? I would have to go and make a bunch of radio versions of my music, which I don't have all radio edits of. That might be a problem. So I do kind of like the freedom that I get to say what I want, do what I want, and kind of produce my show as I please. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm the host of my show. I'm the DJ of my show. I edit and produce my show. It's me. I do everything. You understand what I'm saying? So from the beginning to the end, I do my own show.
Alright, no doubt. I was about to say some of the interviews be all the chain too. And I don't know if I necessarily want to have those edited. But I guess that would be how it would go.
Oh, you said the interviews?
Oh yeah, the interviews be off the chain that we've got. We've got some of our best feedback on our site where we posted the podcast from the shows with the interviews.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean and the artists actually appreciate it as well. They always tell me like, man, they enjoy the fact that they get to say what they want to say, and I always tell them, like, feel free, to say what you want to say. And just like in my DVD series, I used to do the interviews, because these guys, most of them are people that I know, they trust me, so they will say anything. And if there's anything, I never show an artist in a bad light. You know what I mean? Like I never take an interview and play something that I know that they would probably just say it, but either wouldn't want to be played, or maybe for their best interest shouldn't be played. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, I still want to keep the relationships with these artists that I've had. So, you know, they trust me, and then I try to do the right thing by them. You know, I play it, but I won't just play anything, put somebody on super blast. You know what I mean? A lot of them, they don't care. But, you know, I'm very cognizant of, you know, how I portray the artists that I do interview.
Alright, no doubt. I can definitely dig that. Now, as one who has been involved in, I would just say, business and the entertainment industry in general for over the past 20 years, if somebody wants to get into any of these aspects, whether it's the music or the videos, or just being like, I want to be my own businessman or woman and go forth and, you know, be able to push out other people's product and my own product, what would be some of the best advice you can give somebody to be able to do that, but at the same token be able to have a decent amount of creative freedom to do what they want to do on, I guess, the musical product end, or whatever product that's being put out?
It's really, it's with anything that you do, especially in this business, you know, two things. One, you have to believe in yourself and your idea of doing that. If it's something that you want to do, then, you know, do it every day. Take a step towards doing whatever it is that you want to do. And meaning, if you want to be an entertainment lawyer, then you should find out how you get into school, intern at this law firm, or read these books. You know, every day you should do something towards that. Same as if you want to be an MC or your label. You know, you have to make steps towards doing it, and don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. You know what I mean? Or that, like, no, that's not going to work. Because, especially in music, when you're creating things, if you make it and you like it, trust me, there's somebody else out there that likes it. You understand what I'm saying? You know, because it was a thing where, and, you know, from then to now, like back in the day, you know, we all thought, we were like, man, this music is kind of corny. But we really couldn't, you know, I talked to him about this as well, you know, we talked about it. He was like, man, I was like, what was it? But, you know, he was like, I'm making the best hip-hop I know how to make, and I like it. You know what I mean? So when everybody would tell him, like, man, it's rock, he's like, what do you mean it's rock? It just sold 15 million copies. Why is it what? You understand what I'm saying? So if it was her, my opinion at the time, or a lot of people in hip-hop, he would have never done what he did. You know what I mean? So you just gotta, if you do something, believe in what you do, and just go and do it. The other thing is, you know, you have to love what you do. You know what I mean? Because there are, just let's just say, there are 100,000 rappers in the United States that are trying to put out a record, or that are putting out records independently and doing their music. Mm-hmm. Of that 100,000, there are probably about 30 that are really making a lot of money from, you know, as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you have to love what you do, because if you're just doing it to make money, you may be miserable, because it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time. You have to really be dedicated. That goes with anything that you do, that you want to do. You have to love what you do, because if it takes you a while to reach your goal, at least you're not miserable unless you get to that goal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I enjoyed the journey just as much as reaching, you know, the point that you know, at any point that I reached, you know what I mean, any goal that I reached, or any plateau that I made it to, I enjoyed the journey just as much as being there. You feel me?
Alright, true indeed. So this doing it just for
what you do is just believe in yourself. The short version of that.
Man, that sounds good, because one I don't think wants to treat anything they have a passion for, to treat it like that 9 to 5 you don't ever want to go to. So,
right.
You know, I can feel you on that 1,000%.
Yeah, man, it's kind of like, you know, I always tell people, like, you know, I've been able to make a living doing something I like to do for the last 20-some years. So, I mean, I couldn't ask more. I'm not rich, but but I make a living. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And I enjoy getting up and working and going to work every day. I can't wait to get to work.
I can dig that. That's a goal. I think everybody's supposed to have, period. So you're able to do that. That's a beautiful thing. Right there. And one more quick question before we run down all the information in terms of how people can reach out to you, find out what's going on with all your projects and so forth and so on, is, you've literally toured all over the world the past 20 years with groups or solo. Can you give our audience here at the FuseBox Radio, I guess off the top of your head, one of your best tour memories?
Yeah. One of my best tour memories, probably Japan won just because when we went to Japan, it was like a different level of appreciation for the music. Just in Europe and Japan, other countries, period, they appreciate the music more than they do here in the United States. And that goes from the fans. They're really fans of the music, and they follow it, and they find out information, all the information about you. They know everything about you. If they're really a fan of yours, they know it all. Like, we went to Japan, they didn't speak English, but they sang every word of every song at our show. And from the fans to the promoters who, the promoters, if they say, hey, we'll pick you up at 5 o'clock, they're there at 4:59, waiting to pick you up. You know what I mean? They don't play. They get you. They pick you up when they say they're going to pick you up. They take you where you need to be. Everything they say they're going to do, they do. Same with the clubs. The clubs are like $20 million clubs, and they just take care of you. Everything's on point. Whereas a lot of, dealing with a lot of shows and promoters here in the States, they just want to find out how they can cut the dollars, spend the least amount of money and do the least amount for you, get you in, and then get you out. After they're done, and it's like, hey, I don't know how you get into the airport. You deal with that type of a lot of janky promoters out here. And it's like, it's more the norm. Bad promoters are the norm here. Where, it's unusual when we're touring like Japan and some of the countries in Europe. That's what I noticed. But, I think our first tour in Europe, we were in Europe for 2 months before Humpty Dancing came out, before we even put a record out in the United States. And one of our first shows, and this was like 89, the first time we left, we went to Germany, and it was a big festival, like a 3-day festival. And, only time we had was electrolyte, and we had like a little 10, 15 minute show. But this, like everybody that was big at the time was over at the festival. Antifa, EPMD, like all the 10 City, all the big R&B groups, and house music was big out there, but it was like 20 groups a day, 3-day festival. We get over there, and as soon as we touch down, they take us to the ground, and, they come up, they give us these shirts, do what you like shirts. And I'm like, and some buttons. They said, do what you like on it, and they had the cover of the single. I'm like, man, that's dope, how they give all the artists T-shirts and buttons with all of, with their stuff on it. So, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Come to find out, we're performing on the last day. Find out we're closing the whole festival, and the festival is called the Do What You Like Festival. It was the biggest song in the country at the time. And it was being televised all across Germany. And we were like the biggest thing in Germany. We had no idea. We just thought we were coming to open up and do like a 10-minute festival. So when we get there, we're doing the show, everybody's just, all the other groups are like, who are these people? They just looking like, who is this that's closing this whole festival after us? And it was just a trip. Like, we had no idea that our record was that huge when we went over there. And when we did that show, that same night was when the Berlin Wall came down. Yes, and I just remember everybody's running through the streets and they was like, hey, you want to go get a piece of the wall? And I was like, nope. I was like 19, 20, so I wasn't even thinking about no stuff like that. Like, where the women at?
I would dig all that. Wow. That's
hey, true.
Hey, I'm about to say, you know, I know how it can go. I know I can go here, much less if you're overseas and you're getting a whole bunch of other things going on. So, you know, there's no prudence if you're here. We know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So that's all I was thinking about. And I was tripping. But now I think about it, I probably should have went and checked that out. But probably one of the craziest things.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I wasn't even expecting that story. I mean, just the basic part alone was hot, where you found out that, hey, we're opening up this big festival. And then the Berlin Wall falls down at the same time. Not too many people are going to have stories like that, so that's hot.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. See, FuseBox Radio audience, y'all heard something new right here.
Yeah.
Like, it can happen to you if you're hot and you can get your grind going on. That's what's up.
Yeah, for real. Definitely can happen. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a few stories. We'll be here all night.
That's cool. That's cool. I definitely think, you know, that opened up a whole lot of people's eyes right there. And, you know, we definitely have a segment of our audience who already knows all the music back and forth. And for those who are newer to it, with, you know, some of our younger audience folks and everything else, you know, I definitely think this interview is going to spark a whole lot of interest in the Money B journey that is still continuing on to this day with a whole lot of things. As a matter of fact, I know you had an free album available for a period of time on the moneyb.net site. Is it still up there? Is that still available for the people to check you out?
It is available. You know, I was going to get to that. You know, this album called For the Song of It. It was in collaboration with a forum called tupacnation.net. And basically, what I did, it's like 17 songs with about 6 or 7 songs that were remixed by producers from tupacnation.net. And they're from all over the world. Germany, Ireland, Russia, some in New York, and all over. And when I took the music, you know, it started off with me sending them some acapellas that remixed the songs. But then as it started to grow, I was like, hey, let's do some original stuff. So we did an album, and because they are tupacnation.net, they have a bunch of acapellas of Tupac verses and stuff that people haven't heard or just are rare. So they have about 4 songs that Tupac has verses on. I actually have a song with Neo, Is You Down, my man Scott Knox from Mask, which is the project I'll talk about in a second. EDI from the Outlaws, Crooked Eye, you know, a bunch of cats that they put this record together. And, you know, for 2 reasons, I put it on the site as a free download. One is because, you know, it had been a little wild. I just wanted to give people music so they didn't have, you know, there was no risk. You could hear Money B and let them know that I'm still doing my thing and this is how I'm coming right now. You know what I mean? The second part of it was because I had quite a few songs with Pac on it. I knew that I would never clear them. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, you know, if I give it away, people can hear it, enjoy it, and there's no consequence. You know what I mean? So, you know, and thirdly, of course, you know, you can get the album. You have to go to www.moneyb.net and sign up for the mailing list and, you know, get the code to download the album for free. You know, so the other reason was I wanted to reconnect with people that are interested in Money B. So if you do get this album, sign up, and I'm able to let you know about future albums and future projects. You know what I mean? I stay in touch with fans as well as the fans can stay in touch with me. You know what I mean?
Alright, no doubt. And on the moneyb.net website, there's all types of biographical info, production info, upcoming events, projects, things like that people definitely need to check out. Very nicely laid out website as well. You know, you got me getting ideas about when we got to revamp our site. So, you know, props to the people who set that up.
And you know, moneyb.net basically is the hub for all things Money B. And because I do the Way Back show with Money B. It's, you know, my old school hip-hop radio show. You know, the line of classic hip-hop on Uncut. So you can go there and you can find out different stations that it's on. You can also get information of the podcast. You know, the podcast, moneyb69.podomatic.com. You know, but you can just go to moneyb.net, find out about the show. You know, any of my new projects that I'm doing. I have a project called Mask, M-A-S-K, which stands for Money B and Scott Knox. Scott Knox is an artist out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. we're like-minded in music, so we decided to do a project together. You know, he's a solo artist as well, and he's doing his thing out in the Midwest. And we kind of got together and put this project together. You know, it already has a track produced by DJ Fusion. We got Razzcast on the joint.
Alright.
And I'm working on a few other features that can't speak on because they're not totally solidified, but it's going to be a nice, if you like hip-hop, you like having fun, definitely want to check out the MASH project. I'm also doing a live band project as well. And I'm recording, that's where I'm actually in the studio right now in Albuquerque, Mexico, with the band Trump. And we're recording an album. The band is called The James Douglas Show. And that's at JamesDouglasShow.com. Where you can check out, you know, see what they're about. But we're doing a collaboration. And they're actually my touring band around the shows. But, you know, once again, find out about that. You know, the projects I'm doing, Going Way Back show, I'm doing a little acting. I just got a role in this movie, Liquid Rush, that Stephen Williams is doing. You know, you'll find information about that. You can go and see old school pictures, Digital Underground back in the day. You know, I'll post pictures of some of the artists that are on the Going Way Back show. Find out about, you know, the Digital Underground merchandise, which I control. You can go on there, you can click on and you can get, you know, t-shirts, CDs, you know, any new news and places where I'm going to be performing at. So anything you want to know about Money B, go to www.moneyb.net and it's all there. So while you're there, you might as well pick up the album for free. You know, check your way out.
No doubt. And you know, people know the music is quality. That shouldn't even be a word. You can put in that email address. You're not going to get spammed to death or no other type of crazy nonsense.
Definitely. You know, hit me up. I'd love to hear from you. MoneyD@moneyD.net. And for all the up-and-coming artists out there as well, you know, I manage producers. I have a production team called Beat Mafia. And, you know, you can go there to MoneyD.net and you can hear some beats. If you like them, holler at me. We'll work it out. You know what I mean? If you're looking for music, I got that too.
Alright, no doubt. And last thing on the contact end, we're Twitter, well, I'm a Twitter addict here. Jon Judah, like, not beat for Twitter as of right now. With us here at the FuseBox Radio. Are you on Twitter too? Can people hit you up on that and see what's going on?
They sure can. I'm at MoneyD69. Most definitely. And you can catch me the same way on Facebook. You know, MoneyD is DU, or you can just type in Facebook.com/MoneyD69. But definitely hit me on Twitter at MoneyD69. Follow me.
Alright, there you go. So everybody knows the ways they can get at you. We definitely look forward to just more great things from you in general, from the music on down. And this was, you know, we can ask questions all day, and you know, we know you in the studio, we got our joint going. But it was a very enjoyable interview. We definitely appreciate you taking out your time with us here at the FuseBox Radio.
I appreciate you guys having me. Good.
No doubt. You know, we like letting people know that, you know, there's always been a path, that we had to keep that alive and go forward toward the future as well. We can't be stagnant in anything that we do. And, you know, while people are already trying to change the history and foundations of black music in general, much less hip-hop, you know, we gotta let people know. People are doing their thing and they're doing it great. And, you know, we gotta be able to keep continuing on these great traditions. So, you know, again, thank you for taking out your time with us here.
Yeah, no problem. And I also just want to reiterate one more time, you know, with the Going Way Back show, you know, I'm on a few different stations, and a lot of people, you know, they want to hear it, but they can't hear it at the time they want to. And I'm just, you know, I encourage people to go to my podcast, and that's moneyD69.podomatic.com, and you can, you know, sign up. You can be alerted every time I upload a new show. You know what I'm saying? You'll always be informed about the Going Way Back show with Money D. So definitely check me out there as well. Now, like I said, once again, I appreciate you guys having me. No doubt. Good time. Sure.
Alright, no doubt, and thank you again. And as a matter of fact, we're going to get into one of these Money B joints right now from the album. So, you know, y'all got to know what's going on here. And, you know, you're going to hear this, you're going to want to download it anyway. But definitely MoneyB.net, all the information about Money B and what's going on. We definitely have to thank him again for his time. And y'all know what to do here at the syndicated FuseBox Radio Broadcast. Doing it up since '98, all over your airwaves. You can go and get the archive show either at our podcast site at fuseboxradio.podomatic.com or search for it on Google via iTunes, Zune, etc., as well as going to our official blog site at blackradioisback.com. Alright, 21st Century Radio is in the building. DJ Fusion Jon Judah. Alright.
You gotta say no, cause there ain't no denying. And if you said yes, you're lying. People are always wondering what's up with the underground. Are they down? Or is it just another new sound?
New sound.
We're saying things. And when we use a beat, we use it right. Because we're not just playing things. Spitting rhymes like a Tommy gun spraying things. So when you see us on stage, don't just stare us down, but compare our sound to any other crew you like. Yo, judge how you like. Because we're SHININ on the funk. Shining on it. We listen to the MCs rhyming on the funk. We solemnly swear to never bust a style that's bunk. Never bust a bunk style. So listen to the way we're rhyming on the funk.
Riding this like a roller coaster. Hugging the curves and dipping like I'm supposed to do. For the underground true. Cause I know I'm the poop, steaming hot, stinking up the dance floor. Gonna do a freelance for the funk. My friends and all the others in the industry, they wanna get with me.
Why is that, man?
Maybe it's my smooth flow. They know this guy is dope, so they get hip to the style I'm using. It's called raw fusion, ain't no time for ego tripping. Let it be known there'll be no slipping on mine. Cause all I want is a chunk of this underground funk. We're SHININ on the funk.
Oh, shining on it.
And listen to the MCs rhyming on the funk. Rhyming on it. Yeah, we solemnly swear to never bust a style that's bunk, y'all. Never bust a bunk style. So listen to the MCs rhyming on the funk.
Yo, Money B.
What's up, Cold Shocking?
Check it out. Would you tell the people what we mean?
What do you mean, what we mean?
You know what I mean. Tell them what we mean when we're RHYMIN on the funk. Let them know that we got spunk.
We got
And when I count to 3, go on and hit some of that Humpty Hump. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I'm Humpty Humpty. You know that I'm saying something. The funk scene phase gonna keep the place jumping. As the beat keeps pumping, I'm tick-tocking them. Dope rhymes, I'm dropping them. On the 24 track, and there ain't no stopping them.
Money B.
It's too late to put the tape on pause because we're Tell me if you think the beat is nasty. We'll get ready. We're gonna get sweaty. Just in case, I hope you brought a towel in. I'm on the prowl when I hear the bass growling.
Growling like a big bass monster on the rampage, just like when we're on stage. Shock G speaking from the underground.
Do they understand?
I really don't give a damn, cause we're
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, stand by, 3, 2, 1.
Listening to FuseBox Radio, bringing the best of hip-hop and soul music, news, and commentary from all over.
If the sun refuses to shine, I don't mind. I don't mind. If the mountains fell in the sea, let it be. It ain't me. Now if a 6 turned out to be 9, oh, I don't mind. Oh, I don't mind. If all the hippies cut off all their hair, oh, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. Dig, 'cause I got my own words to live through it, and I ain't gonna copy you. White-collar conservative flashing down the street, pointing their plastic finger at me. They're hoping soon my kind of drop and die, but I'm gonna wave my free flag high. Hi! Wow! Wave on, wave on. Fall mountains, just don't fall on me. Right on, Mr. Businessman. You can't dress like me. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. I got my own life to live. I know when it's got to die, when it's time for me to die. So let me live my life the way I want to. There. Sing on, brother. Play on, brother.
right here on the FuseBox Radio.
No, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I wake up in the morning, fold my hands and pray for rain. I got a head full of ideas that are driving me insane. It's a shame the way she makes me scrub the floor. I ain't gonna work on, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Nah, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Well, he hands you a nickel, and he hands you a dime, and he asks you with a grin if you're having a good time. Then he finds you every time you slam the door. I ain't gonna work for, nah, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's brother no more. Maggie's pa no more. No, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. Well, he puts his cigar out in your face just for kicks. His bedroom window, it is made out of bricks. The National Guard stands around his door. I ain't gonna work for, nah, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's pa no more. I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. No, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. Well, she talks to all the servants about man and God and law, and everybody says she's the brains behind ball. She's 68, but she says she's 24. I ain't gonna work for, nah, I ain't gonna work for Maggie's ma no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. No, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. Well, I try my best to be just like I am, but everybody wants you to be just like them. They say what they slave, and I just get bored. I ain't gonna work on, no, I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more.
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
Wanna set you free? All you gotta do, don't be scared, don't be ashamed. Coming far away, coming far away. I wanna be the rising sun. Hey, and make you hotter, hotter than the summer sunshine. I want to wanna be your rising sun. Gonna make you hotter, hotter than the summer sunshine. Don't need no scoop, 'cause I know your horoscope. Gonna make your temperature go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. I wanna be your rising sun. I wanna be your rising sun. Make you hotter than the summer sunshine. I don't need no do-comes. Show up on your horoscope. Make your temperature be 99. I wanna be and make it hotter, hotter than the summer sunshine. I want to be, wanna be your rising sun and make you hot, hotter than the summer sunshine. Don't need no dope, 'cause I know, sure to blow your horoscope and make you out way up. I wanna be your rising sun. Wanna be your rising sun and make you hotter than the summer, than the summer sunshine, than the summer sunshine. Make you, come on, say, feel the future. Come on, come on. Told you so. Get your mind. Told you so. Make your mind. Told you so. Make your mind. Told you so. Be your rising sun. Told you so. Make your mind. Told you so. Be your rising sun. Told you so. Make your mind.
Fusebox Radio.
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
waiting in limbo. It's that limo, but she don't give a damn. He don't give a damn. And buy that product because they a byproduct of a marketing plan. Can I get an autograph? I'm fanatic. Number 2,000,001. Sign it to my mama so she could get the drama. Pointed in the store in Nicaragua, but you ignore the poor. Can't even get to your door. Frankenstein, you don't even know who the hell you are. I don't give a damn about your car. Frankenstein, 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 Frankenstein. You don't even know who the hell you are. We don't give a damn about your crib. Only give a damn about what you did. Frankenstein, can I get a ride on that music? Can I get a look on that movie? All you gotta do is groove me. Security ain't got to shoot me. How can a man get close to you? What do you think I'm supposed to do? Shit, by the way I brought a poster too. Didn't take it back, cause the show was whack. Put $100 ticket, told us where we could stick it. Freaking star, let the fans know. Next time you do a 10-minute show. Freaking star, freaking star, freaking star. You don't even know who the hell you are. I don't give a damn about your car. Freaking star, freaking star, freaking star, freaking star. You don't even know who the hell you are. We don't give a damn thing about your crib. Only give a damn about what you did. Freaking star. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Now you say you from the hood, you paid and laid, and now you think all you're gonna get sprayed. I see you grinning at all them humble beginnings. Fame is just like some water to a gremlin. Fame is fake and it fades. Millennium stars can be like grenades, blowing up thinking that we all got it made. In some new MTV crib, and for all y'all kids, a new monster mash, you all dance for cash. Saw you with a new lawyer, so you better stash. The VIP section got your attention, so you cannot see that far past the wrong inspiration for a very young nation. When you dismiss real education, your living room's Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah, stop wasting my time. Frankenstein, you don't even know who the hell you are. I don't give a damn about your car. Frankenstein, 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 Frankenstein. Damn, Frankenstein, Frankenstein. So, was that what you wanted?
It is a maritime ghost town. 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 Maritime ghost town. It is a maritime.
Right here on the FuseBox Radio.
It is a maritime ghost town. It is a maritime ghost town.
Sometimes I feel like my mind will explode. Sometimes I feel like I've got no control. Sometimes I wish I had a heart made of steel. Sometimes I wish I couldn't feel. Information overload. Information overload. Information overload. Situation overload. They say the future is on a microchip. Don't you know we're all on the
You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah. You are now listening to the FuseBox with Jon Judah.
worried tonight. I didn't call on the phone to say that I'm alright. Diana walked up to me, she said I'm on yours tonight. And then I ran to the phone, saying baby I'm alright. I said but unlock the door, cause I forgot the key. She said he's not coming back, because he's acting with me.
right here on the FuseBox Radio.
She a good thing. I don't even think twice about my good thing. She turns me out inside. I'm staring at her from the outside. So good that it turns into a bad thing. I be thinking too much about my bad thing. It's so intoxicating. Her infection always keeps me waiting. I just need to get a minute to tell her. I'ma call her up in the late night and talk about the love that's too tight. Exploding on a Bell Atlantic. Phone is tapped, so we not that candid. It's yours, sweetie, take it and brand it. When I need it, you gon' have to unhand it. When I need it, don't leave me stranded. I just really had to tell you that I want you. You know I need you. Good thing. You know I want you. Good thing. And I'm thinking you ain't hearing my rappings. It's confessional with all the trappings. Your impression has marked me deeply. I think you need to see me. Don't have a hidden agenda. Wanna hold you and befriend ya. It's substance here, not empty. It's emotional, you fulfill me. There's a spark inside that's growing. You feed it and it's glowing. You radiate, you showing. I just had to get a minute to tell you. You know you really touch my feelings. And when you think those thoughts, you know you really touch my feelings. And when you talk that talk, you know you really touch my feelings. And when you move like that, you know you really touch my feelings. To get a minute to just picture us together, and in the end it just gets better. It's the last tango in Paris. You reward me like this nervous. Operating to the T-Rex. You rush me off the
Sound like a fat criminal.
We are the Fat Boys!
And we wanna kick it. Well, why you wanna kick it?
Who are we? Who are we? We are the Fat Boys!
You wanna slide?
And we're not gonna take it no more! We are the Fat Boys! And we're not gonna take it no more! Who are we?
my hand. Decapitate their head and throw them into the sea. Cause I'm pretty and I'm cool. We're in the place to be. And there's a lot of talk about the things we've eaten. But on the microphone, we've never been beaten. Cause I've been jumping the prince and I'll state my name. But I'll never let another MC put me to shame. See, I'll travel the world on a steady groove. I got the words to make it move. Just give me your mind. Instead I shot, I'm the dominator. And my name is Too Rough. United we'll stand, divided we'll fall. Toppling us like the break a brick wall. The mic is my gun, the voice ammunition. To the sucker MCs, we're the only competition. To feel the stick when it hits the skin. Cause when we're in a battle, we always win. Your future's been decided, so take a rest. Cause we're the fat boys and we are the best. Rock, rock. And roll.
You'll agree, it's dynamite. That's all the time we have tonight. Join us next time. Good night.